Hello, dear friends. Welcome on the day 2 of our training. Hello, everyone. How is everyone? Are you okay? Yes, thank you for your text messages on the chat box. Thank you. So today we are going further by using some digital toolkits. And if everyone is okay, now I can share my screen and go on with our training on day 2. First of all, thanks for your participation on time. Yes, dear friends. Today, we are going to show you the digitalization of social entrepreneurship. To achieve this aim, we will introducing you data management tool, education tool, financial management tool, and marketing tool. Also, in addition to all of these, we will speak about environmental sustainability tool. And after all giving these tools, we will have some conversation over case studies or successful case studies. And also, we will be trying to apply some digital tools by practicing them. I hope it will be a good day like yesterday. So, dear friends, in order to sustain and in order to achieve digitalization of social entrepreneurship, we need to know, first of all, data management tool, education tool, financial management tool, and marketing tool. And also, we cannot separate environmental sustainability with these factors. And also, we should add the environmental sustainability tool. So what are we talking about when we mention about data management tool? I think everyone has an opinion about data management because we live in an age of digitalization, and also data is very crucial for our operations, both in personal life and also the companies use data management in order to reach out to their customers, of course. So it makes it a critical function. And we call it as a critical function for social enterprises too. Why is that? Because the data management enables all of the social enterprises to understand and measure their impact. And also it helps make informed decisions, and also it shows their value to the stakeholders. So social enterprises, as we mentioned yesterday, some kind of organizations to achieve both social and environmental goals. So social services, education, healthcare, some environmental protection, and other things. As you imagine that all these sectors and all these operations rely heavily on the data management tool. So in order to operate an effective data management, we need some key components, as we are some social enterprising issues. For example, the data collection, data storage and organization, data analysis, and data reporting and communication are all important for data management. We can call them as data management steps. Okay, so in order to, for example, in order to have a data storage and organization, first we should collect data. And this step involves the process and systems used to gather data from various sources. It's important at this point that these sources should be diversified. For example, not only from one source, okay? So which sources should we use? For example, program participants, staff, clients, donors, and external partners, maybe some governmental institutions, okay, and some other formal organizations or non-profit organizations, maybe some non-government organizations. We can collect all of the data from these diversified sources. And in the second step, what should we do with the data collected? We should store and organize the data. So in this step, the systems and technologies used to store and organize data should be well organized by us. And also, in order to assure the storage and organizing data, we should process the data, and also we should be aware of the policies to make the data accurate and secure, because here the security is also important after the collection and also storage. You know, there are some system leaks in some of the data collection databases maybe. So here we should be aware of the leaks, and we should be in a position to secure the system. Okay, it's important in our age. In the third step, the data analysis involves using statistical and analytical tools to examine and interpret the data, and also to identify trends, patterns, and insights that can inform decision-making and strategy. So here statistics and analytical tools are very important because we need to examine and interpret the data so as to get a conclusion, okay? Because these are the first steps for our management decisions. And also data reporting and communication step includes the processes and systems used to communicate data and insights to stakeholders. So these stakeholders are the party that demand some service from us. And also we are the organization that supplying the service. So in order to match our supply and demand, we should all report and communicate our data with our partners. But here, the security is important point, as I mentioned earlier. It's the important point to keep in mind. So, for example, I don't have the authority to announce the secret data from our stakeholders to the public. Okay, so I have not the authority because there are some legislations and also some institutional protections from the governments. So we should be very careful about that. Apart from these, another point is that there should be some digital skills in order to be effective in such a context. For example, which digital skills for data management, especially in social enterprises, should be taken into account? For example, data entry. Again, this process or these skills, we should call them as skills. Data entry skill involves inputting data into a computer or database in a consistent and accurate manner. So it's not it's not something unorganized. Even in the data entry stage, all of the operations should be organized. Okay, so it's not achieved in one day. You should have the digital skill here. So these types of skills include the ability to type quickly and accurately. Maybe which one is important for us, or which one is more important for us? Typing quickly or typing accurately? I think the accuracy is the most important thing here, because, for example, if you say, if you have for example, data about my age, about, for example, 40, and if you write there 50 quickly, it will be wrong. Okay, so we should be in an accurate way. Okay, so the digital skill is very important to type not quickly but accurately. Of course, time is very important for all of the processes, but accuracy is more important. We should also keep in mind too. And another digital skill here is the data analysis, analyzations, and also getting outputs from the data is an essential, is a crucial, vital process, and also skills in data management. So in data analysis, this process or skill involves using software tools, which we will be discussing about which software will be important to analyze and comment for the data today and also tomorrow. We have plenty of softwares to discuss for. I think it will also be very beneficial for us to discuss over the pros and cons about the programs, softwares, I mean. And also in data analysis skills include proficiency in statistical analysis techniques. For example, lately, if there is any master's students here, or maybe in bachelor degrees, you may face some statistical analyzing in, for example, IBM SPSS and some other things, maybe Amos and programs like this. And lately, the Python and some other programs are very valuable and useful for the interpretation and also analysis. First, we entered the data and then analyzed, but still, the digital skill pool needs some other thing. And this comes to be the data visualization. So in this skill, it involves using tools to create charts, graphs, other visual representations. Okay, and again, these representations or these presentations should be clear and also accurate. And today, the visual things are very important. The aesthetics of the programs, the aesthetics of presentations are also very appealing for some of the, not some of the, but maybe many of the stakeholders and also customers. Just think about if you see something boring, and also if you see something undervalued and not so detailed or aesthetic, you may lose your attention to it. Also, if you have a look at the other digital skills from our skills pool, database management is very important again, and we see that in this skill, it involves using software to organize, store, and manage large amounts of data. So skills in the database management, for example, structured query language, is also very important. And project management, even if you are forming a group for tomorrow's assignment, this is somewhat called maybe a project for a two-day project. So even if in this project, in this short project, it involves using some tools and techniques for what? To plan, organize, or track the progress. I will mention them, all of them, both in today's and tomorrow's training program. But for project management, maybe you have heard about Asana or Trello, and these are forming you, for example, a free reach out to 30-day projects. If you need something in a more longer period, maybe you need to pay something, but in order to introduce yourself to such a project management toolkit, the first month will be free. So also, again, the communication skills are very vital for both data management and other things in the social enterprises. And the communication skills should be not only about oral presentation, but also in written presentations. The communication is very important too. So, is there anyone who uses some example, as you see here, some programs for project management and also for data management tools? You can, I will be happy if you are to share your opinions. Maybe, is there anyone who used Asana lately?
Hi. Yes, I have used Google Sheets a lot. I have used Asana and also ClickUp, which is very, very similar to Asana. And I have to say that both ClickUp and also Asana is very easy to work with. I have a team with who we are working for some projects, and it's very easy to use because you can clearly see all the tasks you and your team have to do, and also you can upload different attachments, documents, and see when the work is in progress or when it's done, and also see all the deadlines. And in case you have forgotten something, then it sends you a reminder in the email. So I can suggest it to everyone because it's really easy, and especially for project management.
Thank you for your opinions and your contribution. Thank you very much. Also in the chat box, Christina shared something about Google Sheets and also using Slack program. It seems that you are very yes. Is there anyone asking something?
Sure. 199'dan talep ettim.
Excuse.
Şöyle banka 700'den fazla vermedi.
Okay, thank you, Christina. So Christina stated that they use Slack and also worked with Google Sheets. I was trying to say that I am very happy that you are familiar with these types of programs. And do you think that are they enabling you to communicate effectively with your team members? And what's your opinion about the communication? Yeah, I think you are a favor of these types of programs. So we should keep going on introducing you these simple programs here. What's Asana? Asana, a project management tool that helps teams track their work and stay organized. As your friend mentioned that using Asana is very simple, and the simplicity enhances your overall attitude about your project. Your deadlines here are very important, and there is an effective way of deadline warnings for you in order to meet the deadlines in project management. I am speaking about Asana. So Google Sheets also, we can define it as a spreadsheet program that allows us to create, edit, and collaborate on spreadsheets online. By using these types of sheets online, the capacity of sharing, the capacity of collaboration among the team members tends to increase step by step. So maybe you also have heard about Airtable. It's also a cloud-based database platform that offers features like spreadsheets, calendars, and Kanban boards to help you manage and visualize your data. So Kanban, what's Kanban? Maybe you have heard about the quality management, and also from the Japanese culture, these Kanban boards are very important for the quality management and also assuring the quality steps. In some ways, the stock management processes include some Kanban boards, but it's mainly the main feature of quality management in enterprises. Also, all of us are familiar about the Microsoft Excel, and also we even don't need to talk about, but it's used to create, edit, and analyze data in so many useful ways. And lately, a program of Salesforce is very popular among young people, and it's about a customer relationship management platform which offers tools for managing customer data, sales, and support. If you have some product, of course we will have some, but it's the most effective way to build a bridge about or build a bridge between the customer and the company. So maybe also you have heard about CRM, which is that customer relationship management. Also, the Salesforce program enables you to have some strong connections with your customers. You may try all of these and keep in mind these types of free-based digital toolkits. We will also try to show you the demonstrations of these programs after I tell you. In another group, maybe we can state the other one as Tableau, a data visualization tool that allows us to create interactive charts, maps, and dashboards. If we need some creative charts, also if we need them to be interactive, we can use this program. We may note it that. Another one here is the Zoho Analytics, cloud-based business intelligence platform that offers a range of tools for data analysis and reporting. In this program, the data analysis and reporting will help you save time. The most important strength of this program is trying to give a time consuming time time constant, but giving you the fastest way to reach out your solutions. So in another way, Data Wrapper is a tool for creating charts and maps that can easily be embedded in websites. Since we aim to have our social business idea totally digital, then yesterday I told you that we should have some websites, and also we should communicate with our stakeholders and our customers from the both websites and social media. Then Data Wrapper program offers us to create charts and some models on our websites. It's very compatible with the websites and the database. So it's an advantage for this program. Another one, Open Refine. It's an open source tool for cleaning and transforming data. Maybe in some ways you need to transform your data. For example, if you have some demographical information, and you need to cut them into, for example, age, marital status, or income, then it will be useful to use Open Refine so as to divide and transform your data. So up to now, we tried to use and mention about the data management tools, and we will all try to implicate and also exercise about these when we select them. I will share my screen in the upcoming minutes, but up to now, we are trying to introduce you with these databases. So the second tool that we should be both aware of and also we should use is education tool. And this is vital for digitalization of social prices again. Why is that? Because it's mainly based on value and vision management of the social enterprise. So it's very important to share our values and also having a vision that trying to solve an important social problem. So there should be a creative and there should be an effective vision board for our enterprise. And because vision boards are fantastic tools for all of us, as we think that we are entrepreneurs, because in order to visualize the next level you want to move to personally and professionally. And it's not all the thing that it's also the visualizing the things and also the sources. I mean that the factors are very important because first of all, we should know what we are aiming, and if we want to have an effective communication, we should build links with our customers, with our public, and the visual things are the important elements in order to be somewhat tangible assets. For example, if we talk about giving children equal opportunity to for reaching the education, it's important, okay? But if we have a campaign, also if we have a public relations function by using some billboards, by using some social media videos, then it will be more visual and also more appealing to the public. We are trying to tell here. And I'm trying to tell you that, for example, in the left side, you see a vision board can be powerful activation of efforts. And if we are to a visual or if we are to make some vision boards here, we should map out our journey with a review of our goals. And also the campaigns, which I told you a minute ago, should be more strengthened with these vision boards. For example, I can tell another instance here. Just give me an example about social idea, for example. Who wants to give a social business idea so as to give you an example about vision boards? For example, is there anyone who wants to share idea about a social business idea? And I will just go on about his or her idea to give an example about it. I just simply need a business idea here. For example, just tell me one.
Maybe we can use the same example I was mentioning yesterday about the online courses for youngsters who are 12 to 17 years old. And the main aim is to improve their competences, social skills, so they would actively participate in the studies and would be motivated to finish schools and afterwards also go to universities and actively participate in the society.
Oh, very well. So you are trying to tell that some young people aged 12 to 17, and we should have a program that's enabling them gaining some social skills. I mean, I understand. Is it okay? Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you are right, because you selected the right range of age from 12 to 17, and in this age group, gaining social skills are very important. Why? Because so as to be a mature person with some skills about stating their own ideas, being a member of their groups, for example, in school or in public, when they are stating their opinions and also gaining friends, they should demonstrate some social skills, of course, like you are now giving your idea to us. You are all now demonstrating your social skill. Thank you for very much. And people should also acquire these types of skills. So thanks for your example again. So what can we do about conducting a campaign to these types of social skills acquiring the young people? So for example, first of all, we should have some digital databases, of course, but websites, social media, and also we use effective communication channels with the public. Why? Because as you indicate that this group is under custody of their parents, and we need to reach out both them, also their parents, because we need to build a trust about both the parents and the children. So we should be more trustworthy for our campaign in our social business idea. We should also be very concise about, very definite about our goals, our mission, and also our vision. For example, how can be achieved like this type of vision? For example, we will assert that in the next 3 years, we have an aim or we have an objective about reaching out to 500 children aged between 12 and 17, and we will give them the chance to acquire social skills. How? The second question is how. And we will, for example, organize some social meetings. We will use the contributions of volunteered but well-trained educators. Also, we will give them assignments for gaining responsibilities over their both personal and also social life. This kind of things will all be reachable from the public community. So openness and transparency will be very advantageous for this type of project. Okay, so our friends, thanks for your participation in our first lesson. Now we are giving a coffee break here, and after the break, 20 minutes coffee break. After the coffee break, we will be sharing our thoughts about social digital entrepreneurship in the upcoming minutes. Thank you. See you after the break. Hello, dear friends. We are together in the second lesson hour of our training today. Is everyone here? Oh, thank you. Thank you for your answers. Yes. Today we will be applying a management tool. We will be more active in the workshop today. We will also give some using management tools here. But before them, I need to give you some of the background about our toolkits for digitalization. So, excuse me for a second. Yes, now. As well as management tools, also we need some financial management tool. And why do we need some financial management tool? Because we need to operate our daily transactions more effectively, and also we need digital tools in order to overcome time-consuming and complex processes, also manual errors, which we may face by calculating some even simple calculations. Also, scaling and low transparency are one of the main obstacles while we are managing our financial statements. So overall, all of the enterprises use some softwares for financial management, even some other for some other management transactions. Digitalization in our age is still very important for us. So in this manner, we expect that also financial management needs for some digital softwares and some programs. By using some financial management toolkits, we aim to increase our financial efficiency. Also, we need to improve the accuracy and overcome some mistakes. And also, as it was the case in the data management, we need to assure security. Also, as you imagine, finance will be some sort of private transaction or private management function. So we need also to enhance security for our sake. But enhancing security means not being transparent to the public. Apart from this, with the same time, by enhancing security, we need to be transparent to public. Why is that? Because we are, from the beginning, we are a social enterprise. So we need to be transparent in our transactions. As you see in the fourth row, the better decision making is another advantage of digitalization in financial management, because digitalization provides business with more timely and accurate financial information. For example, think about an income statement. In one part, you see the income, and in other part, you see the expenses. So if you use some digital toolkits, you will, it's unquestionable that you will be making decisions in a more effective way. And also access to financing, SME, or small and medium-sized enterprises, we call it as the small and medium-sized enterprises, need to access financing in some digital ways, because they need some extra time, apparently in the banking system. But if they are easily access to finance operations or funding operations, maybe from the investors or from angel investors, so it will shorten the time of reaching their finance fundings. It will be a positive progress for them. Also, these types of softwares and digitalization put more accuracy and effectiveness and also efficiency in financial planning, cash flow management, budgeting and managing a budget, and expense management, as well as payroll management. All of these are monetary factors, and all of these are monetary things. So no one wants to make a mistake with money. So in order to be accurate, in order to be more effective, we need to use these toolkits. Also, I think inventory tracking is also another important point. If we are providing service, maybe inventory tracking is less important. But if we are providing some products to the community or to the public or our target audience, then the inventory tracking is very important for us, so as to control the safety amounts. So it should be an automated inventory tracking system, which in all of the retail markets, you can see this automated inventory tracking, or maybe in at IKEA, the inventory tracking is a well documented and automated system. After this, also financial and also accounting management needs some sort of tax preparation for the duties to the government, and you don't want to make mistakes in tax preparation, because it will return back it will be back to you with an interest rate and also punishments. So in order to overcome these types of problems in tax preparation, which should be accurate and true and factful, tax softwares are very advantageous. So maybe for generating invoices, it's very out of time to use some sort of invoices by hand. So also in many countries, the e-invoice is applicable, and also there are some programs and softwares to encourage digital invoices. Zoho is one of them. It's an online invoicing software that helps us to craft professional invoices and send payment reminders. Also, reminding some payments to the people is a very boring thing, and it will be very easy if you use an automated program. It will cut your phone calls expenses, for example. So also another program, Wave, has a variety of free accounting tools to easily manage payroll or business receipts. and also QuickBooks and Xero are popular paid but affordable accounting software alternatives. At this point, maybe we should mention about the costs. Of course, it's not something like social entrepreneurship to give a free accounting system, because in the market, all of them are priced. So maybe we should look for some free, but also at the same time we should look for some affordable softwares. QuickBooks and Xero are one of them. So also Expensify, another program. It allows us to manage expense transactions, also upload receipts and generate receipts from online sales. For tracking system of the online sales, Expensify is a good solution here. And also Revolut Business, it's a banking alternative specifically designed for business and freelancers for their foreign transactions. You know that sometimes it's very hard to get your money from another country because of the currency differentiations. But Revolut Business tries to lower these costs. After stating the financial management tool, marketing is another important management function in social enterprises. So what's marketing? All of us know, but I should give a brief description about the marketing. It's the process of creating, promoting, and distributing products or services to customers. Why is that? In order to meet the customers' needs and wants. By satisfying their needs and wants, we also aim to have some income and also generate profits. So marketing is the playful area for our operations. And maybe according to some of the students, marketing is the most enjoyable part to offer your services. But it's of course it's enjoyable, but effective marketing is the key point to increase sales. And also in our case, effective marketing is a vital point to reach out our target audience. We should, as a digital social entrepreneur, we should build our marketing efforts on electronic commerce or e-commerce. So in e-commerce, there is the buying and selling of goods or services over the internet. And the e-commerce involves the use of digital technologies, for example, websites, online marketplaces, and mobile apps to facilitate transactions between the buyers and sellers. And it's out of question that after COVID-19, the e-commerce has accelerated, and also it's widely used by the customers. Before the pandemic, of course, there was some e-commerce transactions, some successful, some effective e-commerce infrastructure. But after the pandemic, it doubled in the first year. And now, according to some data, it's multiplied by 5 in some of the regions in the world, all around the world. So as to keep up with the latest developments, as a social digital entrepreneur, we are to use e-commerce in a convenient way, because e-commerce allows customers to shop from anywhere at any time, even in the evening, even in the late night, or even in the morning. Also, this applies for example, if you are selling from the United States, then your Japanese customer also may buy your product, okay? And also access to a wider audience is a positive thing for us, and reduced overhead costs and also reduced managerial and reduced fixed costs are very important thing for us. And also, in addition to all this, there is an important thing for our data management tool. We can see how many customers, at what time, at what cost, bought our products. It's really a very important thing to analyze and interpret the market. Okay, so it's not like you have a shop, you sell something in cash. Maybe you can count your inventory, but it's not effective as the e-commerce. Also, the CRM, which I mentioned in the first hour of today, customer relationship management is important, especially for the e-commerce, because the link between the customers and the organization mostly heavily on the customer relationship management. We can include social networks, virtual chat, WhatsApp applications. Also, building a trustworthy bridges between this sales force and the customers. You need to, for example, even you need to celebrate their birthdays. So these types of things are the strengthening tools for the interactions between the company and the customers. In order to be effective in electronic commerce, you can use Holded, HubSpot, Egal CRM, Zendesk, like some softwares. Also, enterprise resource planning is another thing for the effective use of companies' resources. So it helps us save valuable time and money. For example, in order to use ERP, Sage, Olive, Altamira are the best options for creating an enterprise in the beginning. Maybe you have heard about optical character recognition, and it's a program that analyzes and performs optical character recognition of text, and also it recognizes the text in photos or image files, and we use them to transfer them into editable text. And also, this is very important for creating content for our products on the websites. For example, Clippa, Microsoft Lens, Chronoscan, and these are the important programs for using the optical character recognition. Of course, nowadays, some of the artificial intelligence program like popular with ChatGPT are very useful for content writers and text editors. Maybe it's also another point to use for our contents. So in another step, cloud storage is an important thing because we don't have a physical area. So we need to store our data on the cloud. And it is I think also it's the biggest advantage of digitalization. It's omits the physical storage. You know that Dropbox, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, these types of cloud storages are very vital for us. Also, some of the intranet or internal communication tools, we may call it them like that, are very important to establish effective communication with partners and customers and also the team members. Since I can easily name the group of these people here as a team, then the collaboration is the vital point of our existence here. So I can tell you Slack, Trello, Visme, and also Skype, Zoom, WebEx, Wonder. These are very important for online meetings and also online collaborative platforms. We will mention them in the upcoming minutes. So we should take your attention to another important point by using marketing, financial management, data management tools, which is that environmental sustainability. Think about that. We don't need some physical storage. We use cloud technologies. We use online meetings. We use some other collaborative programs. Of course, using electric is also another consumption, which may be harmful for environment. But when we compare to be physically existent in the moment, for example, it will be more harmful for the environment. So it's out of question also, according to the research, the scientific research especially, the digitalization has an advantage on environmental sustainability and also the future of our generation and the future of our one and single world. So it's out of question that we should be respectful for the environmental by making some digital contributions to our social idea. Yes, everyone's aware about the environmental sustainabilities all over the world. So I think it's more important to be familiar with the steps for social enterprises' contribution to digital tools and techniques on environmental sustainability. So what should we do step by step here? We should use energy management software. We should implement a paperless office. Also, we should use digital marketing and communication. We should use video conferencing and online collaboration tools and support environmentally conscious suppliers. How should we support environmentally conscious suppliers? When we have a pool of suppliers giving us the raw materials or other materials to produce our products or complete our services, we may encourage them by giving some extra money own conscious suppliers about environment, but not only money, but some designating some programs or designing some schedules in periodic schedules to applause them and pride them. The suppliers will be more encouraged to be respectful for the environment. It's my own thought. So, of course, we should use cloud computing, or we should implement a telecommuting policy, and also we should use energy efficient devices. Once we are aware of the electrical consumption, the heat consumptions, then these things will come after it. So first of all, we should be aware of the social enterprises' contribution to environmental sustainability. It's very important for us. Of course, if we have a capacity to invest in renewable energy, then we should. And also, maybe your social idea may be based on getting funds for renewable energy. Also, so as to sustain the environmental policies, you should partner with organizations that supporting environmental sustainability. And these things will promote your idea and your trustworthiness, and your efforts will be more favorable for the community and for your customers. I think we had some conversations about the digital skills, for example, data analysis and visualization in the first hour. Maybe GIS is new to us here, geographic information systems. And this software allows us to map and analyze data in a spatial context. And these are very useful for addressing environmental issues for now. Also, we have talked about the Asana, Trello, and Basecamp in the last hour. I'm looking if there's something new here. Social media and online communication, also we have talked about it, yes. Maybe carbon footprint calculator is popular here. It's something not new, but after the pandemic, also carbon footprint calculator has been very popular among, especially among the youth. So people are measuring their carbon release to the road. For example, calculating the electrical consumption, water consumption. If you are getting your work by car, by bus, or by bike, or by walking. So these types of things are somewhat very important to calculate the carbon footprint. Also, there is a website for like named as Project Drawdown. It features a comprehensive list of solutions for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. These are important for the climate change, of course, and also for the environmental sustainability. And in the end, all of these are for our future generations. It's out of questions. And also maybe it should be done by the governments or the local authorities, but energy audit is another thing for minimizing the carbon emissions. But maybe some social idea should be on energy audit, because there is some discrepancy in energy audit all around the world. Maybe you may focus also on this type of idea in your social projects. Of course, supply chain management should be more eco-friendly. Again, after the pandemic, most of the supply chain managements and hubs located in China have faced some difficulties. So I think it should be a opportunity. It should be an opportunity for all of us to maintain it from the beginning and design the supply chain management's eco-friendly practices. And in another way, employee education and engagement is also important. Education comes first. So it's out of question that the youth should be educated more about the environmental sustainability, and all of us should be more respectful for the environment. And also sustainability reporting is very important. In the last 10 years, there are some initiatives about sustainability reporting from the accounting and finance authorities. And it's also coinciding with the intersections of corporate social responsibilities of the companies. But sustainability reporting still needs some attention, I think. And also EcoAct is another company providing sustainability consulting services to help organizations reduce their environmental impact and more sustainable. So we may have a look at the EcoAct, and we may detect which way they are strength and which way they have some weaknesses. Maybe one of our social idea may be strengthening the ways of using sustainability and sustainability related issues among the community we live in. So this action is called some environmental scanning in strategy. We are looking for the existing organizations, that what they are doing and in which ways they should be strengthened themselves. Then we talk about, or we note the weaknesses of the organization, and we try to aim the strengthening of these weaknesses in our own business idea. It's also called as the environmental scanning for the strategical decisions. Also, another company called as the Natural Step. It helps business and other organizations implement sustainable practices with training and consulting. In another way, Greenbiz is a media company that provides news, analysis, and events related to sustainability and corporate social responsibility. And the Sustainable Business Network is a network of business organizations and individuals that offer a range of resources to become more sustainable, and also including, as I mentioned, about training consulting. So first of all, maybe if we establish an enterprise, we may be a part of the Sustainable Business Network, SBN. If we apply to them, I think there's no problem to be a stakeholder about it. So in order to make it more visible, maybe we can have a look at the applications and operations of EcoAct here. As you see, the EcoAct aims to have some positive thing for climate action. And for example, let's have a look at the net zero services measurement and net zero strategy. It's all about carbon footprinting, climate strategy, also biodiversity for footprinting and accounting, also sustainable finance, which we have mentioned about it just a few minutes ago. Let's have a look at the carbon footprint. For example, there are some information about the carbon footprint, which I have talked about it. Organizational footprint, product footprint, portfolio footprint. Let's have a look at the, yes, or it needs some membership, which is free membership, yes. But if you need to calculate your carbon footprint, you may have a look at the website of EcoAct here by simply just subscribing here. All of these aims to create awareness about the environmental issues. So at one point, it's very important for this company to create awareness in the world. So everything becomes more apparent by gaining awareness first. If you don't have any awareness about any subject, then we are not curious about it. So if we are not curious about something, then we don't need to get engaged with it. So I can tell you that all of them can just begin with a simple awareness sheet. Yes, our friends, we will use one of the digital toolkit, which you are eager to use in the next hour. And we will apply something, a group study here after the coffee break today. And also we will share some case studies again for today in the next hour. So after the coffee break, I'm happy to have you here. For now, let's see you after the break. All right, friends. Now we are at the third hour of the second training day with our project here. So everyone's okay? Yeah, thank you for your feedback. Okay, so now I want one of you to be a leader for our exercise now. We need to choose one of the software programs or websites. Okay, it should be website for today. For example, what about Asana? Some of your friends used Asana to complete their projects. And I told you that it's one of the important project management websites and programs. Is there anyone who is volunteer for being a leader? And then I will give him or her the chance to screen share. I'm looking for a leader from you. If there's no one, it's no problem, no problem. But I want you to participate in our somewhat this joyful exercise. It will cost nothing to you. Do you want me to give more information about who am I looking for? Okay, one of you will be a leader here at this hour. This is just for one assignment for now, and you will launch on the program of Asana on the website and add your friends to the Asana. Okay, your friends will give some information on the chat box. Then you will share your screen, and as a leader, you will form a group on the website of Asana. The name of the program, the name of the website is Asana. As I told you before, this is for project management. This is a group activity here. Learning by action. Is there any volunteer? I think no one wants to be a volunteer here. Okay, I understand, no problem. Okay, then let me share my screen, and I can be a leader for now. Look, you can see that manage your team's work, projects, and tasks online. We will try to get a free version. Here, we want a team, and it's just to show you how can you form a group for a project management online here. For example, see how it works. You see that for project managements. It's for marketing, operations, all of the things that I tried to tell you up to now. So let's have a look at the this is my personal mail address. If you need anything, then you can contact me anywhere. I will also give you some details tomorrow. Okay, I will add you tomorrow in order to save time for today's work. I'm just signing up for the website here, and I will add all of you tomorrow after the workshops. Okay, so today, so we don't need to lose any time here, and I'm now sharing my screen here. It was a good attempt to feel some interactions with you, but in order to save time, we should move further. Yes, Now we can talk about some case studies, like, for example, the case of Kiva. These are all about, I will give some other case studies, like, for example, here, Nuru, Kiva, Promeasure, and whatever. And so here, let's have a look at the case of Kiva as successful social digital entrepreneurs in order to shed light for us in the future operations. The Kiva was founded in 2005 with the goal of using technology to facilitate small loans to entrepreneurs. The sector is on the financing of the entrepreneurs. It's very important here because some of the, not some, but many of the entrepreneurs are facing difficulties in generating investment funds. So in developing countries who lacked access to traditional banking services, I have told you in the second hour today that some of the short and medium sized enterprises are facing difficulties in traditional banking service. So some online financial management linkages between the angel investors and the short and medium sized enterprises are very valuable in today's world. So it's very important for now. The organization, we mean Kiva, operates as a non-profit relying on donations and a small percentage of interest from loans to cover its operating costs. Of course, there is some donations, but it's only to cover its operating costs, which doesn't hurt the social idea here. Kiva's model is simple. What is that? It's the users can browse through profiles of entrepreneurs on the Kiva website, learn about their businesses and loan requests, and make a loan of as little as $25. So once the loan is repaid, users can choose to withdraw their funds or lend them again to another entrepreneur. So here, as you witness here, the success of this foundation has been driven by its use of social media and digital marketing to build a community of lenders and raise awareness of its mission. So let's have a look at the Kiva's website here. As you see, there is the website of Kiva.org. Let's have a look at the website here. Make a loan, change a life. The simple mission statement. And as you see, there's a push-up here, join the Kiva community. So for now, it's not important. So how can lend and borrow transactions are used here? For example, for lending, agriculture, arts, conflict zone, COVID-19, eco-friendly. Let's have a look at eco-friendly tab here, because we all mentioned about them up to now. Protecting our environmental protects the prosperity of seventh generation. Yes, of course. So, for example, from Ecuador, you see that in order to purchase potato seeds, manure, fertilizers, compost, and other farm supplies, there are some amounts, as you see, up to $450. Maybe it seems small amounts, but I believe that it will be valuable for the borrower. For example, in another example here, there is also a farmer, I think, yes, from Honduras, and $1,250 he needs.
I have a question. How can you be sure that the amount you lend they will use for the purpose they mentioned? Because is there some kind of security check or something else?
Yes, it's very reasonable question. Thank you for that. So I think let's have a look at the borrow part. Maybe it will give answer. Yes, you see the process here, applying for the borrowing section. Find out if you are pre-qualified, then easily fill out our online application. There are some standard questions here, and there are some self-rated things, and these are in 15 days. These are checked by the experts of the Kiva company here. In this phase, up to 15 days, there's a chance to prove creditworthiness by inviting friends and family to lend you. After that, fundraising, you see, up to 30 days, and repay. Build your customer base by repaying your Kiva loan. Up to 36 months. It's quite long. It's about 3 years. First of all, we are sure that most of the lending amounts are not so big, as you see, $500, $1,000 or something. But in order to get something like that, you see there is application and some qualification standards set by the experts of the Kiva company. Okay, it's not so easy. So, for example, we cannot now generate some money just simply clicking on the website. It would be great, but yes, it's not so easy, but the amounts are not so big, as you see. I've shared this one so as to give you just an opinion about social ideas. Okay. Let's have a look at another organization called as Nuru International. It's again a non-profit organization. It focuses on ending extreme poverty in remote rural areas through sustainable agriculture, financial inclusion, and community-led development. As you note, most of the social ideas concentrate on sustainable agriculture and financial inclusion. So, this non-profit organization uses some, again, agricultural technology guides for advancing professional farmer organizations. Maybe we call it as clean farming. Maybe eliminating carbon print from these types of agriculture, and also here access to agricultural products, also another important point, since we are aware that in most of the African countries there are some struggles to reaching to farming products. So there are some, as you see, some results by the Nuri International, but these are all states. Also, maybe we can have a look at the Nuri International website and try to get some sites about them. As you see, it's on the top. Let's have a look at the organization. Again, the mission is here to join the fight to end extreme poverty. There are some donations tabs here. This is something great because they state that they can help farmers in Africa. As I told you before, African farmers, African people have some, not some, but many difficulties to sustain farming. We may read their approach here. These are just examples for us to generate some social ideas here, to contribute something valuable to our world. Here, I'm curious about their model. Let's have a look at the model here. What's that? It looks something simple, but let's have a look at here. Sustainable Engine, a leadership development program that restores agency to local leaders and equips them to build and scale poverty-fighting solutions long after the intentional exit of expatriate staff. Long-term service delivery for all program interventions via farmer organizations or cooperatives. It's not so complex here, but there is a diagram here identifying communities. As you see, this is Africa. Recruit local leaders, organize farmers into cooperatives. Here, cooperatives are valuable assets for the system, I believe. And in the fourth step, you see farmers benefit from cooperatives, and cooperatives strengthen operations, and Nuri exists community and replicate and scale in new communities. As you see, Nuri International tries to establish cooperatives about farming with organizing farmers. And after that, after the successful establishing and operating in cooperatives, then Nuru leaves the community and tries to leave the system, and they will be effective when the cooperatives operate without Nuri International, I believe. Yes. This is also another example I see. There's another nonprofit organization called Promusure, and here, what is the focus and activity of Promusure? Let's have a look at it. Here, empowering women in Latin America through microfinance, health education, and training programs. It sounds great. Digitalization context, and Promusure uses digital tools to improve its client outreach and services. Okay, so what are they? Mobile banking, SMS reminders, digital record keeping, e-learning these are the best. Yes, I see. These are the best digital tools used by the nonprofit organization of ProMuture. So they try to promote women employment, I understand. So in another example, there is a Vision Spring. Let's have a look at that. What are they doing? So they are trying to provide affordable eyeglasses to low-income individuals in developing countries. It's also an interesting idea here. What's the context here? They use digital tools to improve its supply chain management and customer service. How it's achieved? It's achieved by mobile data collection, digital inventory management, and digital marketing. Of course, let's have a look at it. They use Google Analytics, okay, here, MailChimp and Hootsuite. I think Google Analytics will be the best option for us for now if we need to use digital marketing. Also, eyeglasses are physical products, so they have to use digital inventory management, which programs they use. Let's have a look at the bottom line here. TradeGecko, Bright Pearl, or Sukowald. Among them, Bright Pearl may be a little bit eye-catching here. And for mobile data collection, Open Data Kit, it's a general application. These are best solutions for data vision here. In another company, its legal form is private company. Well, echo that. Let's have a look at what's their mission here. Its mission is to generate and transform water data into positive economic, social, and environmental impact. Also, as far as I understand, they enable intelligent water management, and they are trying to keep the clean water on the agenda. So how can it be digitalized? It's powered by water tech, and the organization transforms water quality data into decision useful information. How is that achieved? I am as curious as you. So here, let's have a look at here. They use cloud connections and cloud storage. Okay, so how is the data science here? They have used some predictive algorithms, and they also use their all cognitive capacity for clean water. Let's have a look at their website. Maybe we can learn from more about their company. Okay, I cross-checked the name. As you see here, increasing access to water and water use efficiency. Nowadays, it's very important to focus on water use efficiency, since clean water is a very important aspect in today's life. So their vision is also compatible with the Agenda 2030 for the United Nations. Okay. There are some stories. Yes, maybe you may read them in your spare time, so as to gain some perspective here. So, dear friends, as you are already aware that we have workshops for tomorrow. I'm open to your business plans and SWOT analysis for tomorrow. And do you have the possibility, do you have the opportunity of forming a group, or are there some participants still looking for a group to form an idea for tomorrow? Our chat box on the right side is very useful for you to be a part of a group, I think. So is there anyone who is volunteered to be a part of any other group here?
I have a question. We have a group already, but I just wanted to make sure. So we will work during the first part of the session, or we need to work on it before.
Either way is acceptable, but if what's your progress for now? Have you the chance to work together up to now with your friends? If not,
Unfortunately, no, not yet. So that's why also we have this question to understand if we need already today or tomorrow before the session to decide about the plan and what we will work on, or we can do it tomorrow, because I checked the agenda and I saw that from 3 till 4:30 there will be workshops.
workshop, yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure if we will have this time.
You will have this time tomorrow, so don't worry. You can organize your team tomorrow about 1.5 hour. So after that, I will give you that feedback. Also, I will be present at the meeting, and I will answer your instant questions. So I think it will be very fruitful. It will be very beneficial. So I'm glad that you asked this question. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So any friend needs my help to form a group. Okay, if you need to be a sole presenter, I also understand this, but I think group formation is more beneficial. So if you still don't have a group, please be a part of any group here. And if you need assistance from my side, I am also here to give you any assistance here. And for today, for tonight, maybe, I don't know your time zone, but you may just think about your social idea and just think about the ways to digitalize your social idea as a social digital entrepreneurship. So also ask yourself what is the strength of this idea? What's the weakness? Are there any opportunity? Are there any threats? Which digital tools should I use to reach out to my audience? Okay, these questions will make you ready for tomorrow's workshop. Okay. And also here for your chat, I won't close the meeting for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe you can talk to your friends about forming a group. After 10 minutes, I will close the screen. So you have another chance here. Also, if you need, tomorrow is also another day to have a chance to be a part of any group. So you don't miss anything. Just I request you to think about the questions which I mentioned a minute ago. Just think about the digitalization tools and what are the strengths, weaknesses, how can I reach out to my audience. You will be great tomorrow. And I'm very glad that this group is very energetic. So, and I read, by the way, the chat box here. So I'm very happy to still have you in our training program. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I wanted to ask another question. Will you send us the presentations you showed us yesterday and today?
Of course, of course, of course.
Okay.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Are there any more questions, my friends? So thank you for your participation. I'm now closing the video camera and just waiting for 5 to 10 minutes so as to group your friends if because as far as I understand, you are still text messaging to form a group. It's very nice. So see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.